Good. Welcome to the Swarmcast. This is May. No, it's not. It's March. It will be May soon enough. March 26, 2026. Randy Young here along with Jamie Maters. Got Brian Davis. Got the tech master himself back there, Casey Massey, keeping the flow going. We are minus Bryce Young tonight, who has been fighting a little bit of under the weatherness, and we just told him to keep that at home.
Yeah.
We do not need the gift that keeps on giving. Kenneth Hurst, Obadiah. We've started, Marty.
I think we should start now.
I think it's a good time to start right now. You're right. Elaine Massey. And then you see what she's saying there, Casey. Thanks, Casey, for giving Mom a break.
That's because we're taking care of Cal this week while Mom is at the lake enjoying some time away from everybody.
Good.
Good for her.
Good for Mom. Good for Mom.
Nothing wrong with that, brother.
We have got a lot to go over, y'all. Of course, Coach Rogers is going to be calling in about 10 minutes or so. Coach Rogers got a really nice statewide award this week. And there's Fountain. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, that Joker, you're slick. I'm just going to leave it at that. You're slick. But Coach Rogers won a nice statewide award, another one this past week. We're going to talk to him about that. We're also going to go over the schedule for spring football because that's knocking on the door. Won't be long. We've got gymnastics news. We've got golf news. We've got track news. The daddy-daughter dance for the wrestling team is going on tomorrow night. We've got two really cool videos to show you that ITG and the Game produced about our program that we have not watched as a group. And it's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. We're going to watch those before the night's over with.
All right.
Oh, and we want to thank Dairy Queen, as always. My gosh.
Dairy Queen for the blizzard of the night is a Oreo Butterfinger.
It's good.
It's really good.
So,
Is that a Jamie Major special?
One of these twisters.
I like it.
So
I like it. That's good
puts
stuff.
a little butter flavor in there.
Yeah. Well, go to Dairy Queen, as always, and get yourself one of those blizzards. You can mix and match. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing to do. Tell them you want to mix two of them together and see what you get. Of course, the old classics.
Oh, they're always good.
Like the Oreo one by itself.
They got a really good one right now. They've got a mint Oreo.
Ooh.
That when they pour it on top of with the parfait cup, they put that ice cream in there and they layer it.
Okay.
And it's a hard crust that forms.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Pretty good stuff.
I tell you what I miss, though.
What you miss?
The chocolate-covered cherry one. They used to have a chocolate-covered cherry one, which was really, really
and
good.
that would have been really good for around Valentine's Day.
Back in the day.
In my opinion, a peanut buster parfait.
Oh.
One of the best things. I love them.
Is it?
But they got to bring back the butterscotch.
Oh,
Sunday.
Man, yes, sir. That's
you
good
can
stuff.
get the butterscotch dillies. That'll make you silly.
What's the dilly? Pickly?
For really?
Yeah, for Rizzle.
That's right. First off, though, we want to kick things off, and we're going to mention this several times tonight. Folks, if you are watching, we are in need of your help through the Booster Club to help with the fund to pay for our state championship rings. Guys, right now we are about $25,000 short. I mean, that's just bottom line. And what is unusual about this particular year, you've always got kind of a pool of what we've always called big hitters, the folks that have got several $1,000s that they normally contribute. And those folks they have stepped up. What we are missing is and Jose Badillo, appreciate you, man. Jose
Absolutely
made a nice little contribution that we're going to be displaying in the new building of a Charlie Ward National Championship football that he had.
That's cool.
And there's Kyle.
Yep, Kyle saying go Cassie. But where we're missing this particular fundraising effort is from the regular fans.
Yeah.
The $25 folks, the $100 folks, the $250 folks,
the $10.
I mean,
whatever you can give.
So the boosters have made the decision for 5 weeks, and then this will be over. What is going to be called the Commitment to Excellence campaign, and you will be able to receive some thanks, some items to say thanks for your support. First off, if you contribute $25 or more, the certificate, Casey, if you've got that, you will get this, Thomas County Central Football Certificate of Appreciation. This will be signed by Randy Sowell, who's the Booster Club president, Philip Duplantis, our athletic director, and Justin Rogers. You can display this at home, display it in your man cave, put it in your office to show off. It's just a little something to say thank you.
Absolutely.
$25. That's it. $25, and they will mail that to you, and they will have your own personalized thanks certificate from the Booster Club and from Coach Rogers on behalf of all of the players. Now, if you do $100 or more, you'll get the certificate and the team photo, which should be there somewhere or another. You're going to get a signed copy of this, which will be, again, suitable for framing. You'll be able to put it up on your wall in your man cave, wherever you want to put it up. And you also get the certificate, too.
Yep.
So you get the certificate and you get the team photo. If by some chance you can do $250, okay, $250, you're going to get the team photo, you're going to get the certificate, but we also have signed Charlie Ward posters. And these are personalized from Charlie. We actually gave some of these away 2023 and did some more of them. So now, for $250, you get the Charlie Ward signed poster, you get the team photo, and then you get the personalized certificate as a way of saying thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Just figure out what you can do, folks. We got to get this taken care of in the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. And again, what's unusual, we normally get to a point toward the end of this thing where we say, okay, now let's go hit those big hitters. The big hitters have already gave theirs.
And they'll just zip it closed.
Yep. They have already done their part. Trust me on this. We've got a double handful of folks that have done several $1,000s toward these rings. You can't keep going back to that well over and over and over again. So the regular fans, and we need to spread the word on this, and we're going to have it all over social media starting tomorrow. The Commitment to Excellence campaign, $25, $100, $250, or just whatever you can do.
Yep.
But you're going to get something in return. And to me, that's important. Everybody loves to help, but you also like to get a little pat on the back and a thanks too.
Yep.
So this way, when you make your contribution, the Booster Club is going to acknowledge your contribution and give you something in return. So be thinking about it and do what you can. We got to take care of this, folks. Bottom line.
Yep.
Let's see here. We want to bring up the picture of Charlie Jr. I want to mention this. This is actually kind of cool. Charlie Jr. came up week before last, and we were able to walk him through the new building.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, that was I told him I'd give him a personal tour. It's the least I could do. About half the stuff we're showing off in there is his. But he was so impressed, and you see him here with Dr. Williams, our superintendent, and Coach Rogers. He was just so impressed. And the thing that he was most impressed with was the fact that this new building is a true multi-purpose building.
Yeah.
It's not just football. It's not just band. It's not just JROTC. It's not just academic. You got all of those things under one roof.
Yep.
And he was very impressed with it.
The gymnastics is impressive now.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that up in just a little bit too.
Oh Lord.
Well, there's a picture of them practicing, Casey. If you've got that, since Jamie's bringing that up, they've already got into their room and they've started. Look at this.
That looks just like what I'd look like right there.
The girl sitting down.
Well,
Casey Bassett.
thank you, Casey.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, indeed. We're barely getting started. Casey's slinging a lead.
A zinger.
That was
Hey,
good.
boy. Good job, man.
Yep. I will tell you that the gymnastics thing is as impressive as any I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it is incredible.
Yeah.
And whenever
Especially
you,
for a high school.
when you got Coach Harden talking about, I mean, his experience as long as he's been around in coaching, he's never seen anything quite like it.
Yeah.
That tells you something. But Charlie Jr., just class act. I mean, and again, you've got his Orange Bowl Most Valuable Player trophy from the '94 National Championship game. You got the Davey O'Brien Award for the top quarterback in the country for '93. You've also got the Heisman Trophy in there, and now we've got a Bobby Bowden Charlie Jr. FSU helmet that was offered that we put in there. Very impressive, and I just want to say thanks to Junior and of course Charlie Senior and Ms. Willard. It's just special, man. Not many places you walk in and get to see all that type of stuff.
It's good folks, man.
It's
Not
really
a
good.
yeah,
place.
for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see here. There was one thing I also wanted to mention, and I want to say, is congratulations to Charlie Jr. for the season he had at FAMU.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of folks know, some I guess might not, that he was been the head coach this year's first year at FAMU. What they don't know is that every single player on the FAMU roster left when they got rid of their previous coach. So you're talking about a complete rebuilding job.
Just a remake.
From top to bottom, and they had a winning season.
Yeah.
And we're
That's awesome.
one play away from winning their conference championship. And Junior has to be very, very pleased with that and very proud of him. Yeah, and Ashley, I meant to say that. The Give Butter app live Booster Club receives every dollar donated. Don't have to pay any fees on the donations. Information can be found on Thomas County Central Athletic Booster Facebook page, or you can just go to givebutter.com and look for Thomas County Central Boosters. And if you contribute to the campaign that we're talking about here, they'll be able to track it, and then we'll be able to get your thank you items sent to you. And hopefully, again, we'll have a bunch of folks stepping up to the plate and get this knocked out, man. That's the bottom line. We just need to get it taken care of. Let's see, what else we want to talk about here? Well, if you've got the picture of Gina Morbido, speaking of gymnastics, we might as well go ahead and mention about Gina. She won first place on the vault Friday night with a 9.9 Saturday and a 9.85. She also qualified for state on floor and vault and will compete at the end of April. And the last regular season meet is this Saturday in Washington County. So Gina Morbido, who is a heck of an athlete.
Big time. Big time.
She'll probably be able to pick which sport she wants to do.
Yeah, if not all of them. It's just incredible to watch her play softball. Of course, I have that privilege since I call those games. And it seems like everything she does exceptionally well, and it's just an incredible thing. Now you're going to state for gymnastics, which not only because the census is individual, you got to think the amount of people you're going up against here statewide to be able to qualify. It's extremely impressive. 9.9, 9.85. I mean,
that's Olympic.
Not too much error there.
Right, right. I mean, at this point, if the air conditioner's off in the gym, you might get a 10. I mean, I don't know what keeps you from getting that. So that's just incredible.
Well, I've heard they're not going to give any 10. So
maybe so.
That 9 is pretty good.
Yeah, 9.9. In fact,
if Jamie Majors did the vault,
he's got a 1 point negative.
Because he's getting a 10.1 minus.
Well,
yeah, but
let me tell you what happened to me.
Oh, here we go.
A week ago. So I don't know if anybody's been at the baseball field, but out in the what I call the porch out there, they've got some seats out there, and I always just stand up out there. And there was 2 or 3 girls, I guess, from high school, and they were over there just talking, and one of them said something about softball. So I said, "So y'all play softball?" And she says, "Yeah, we play softball." I said, "Well, how do you like your new coach?" And I like to get the gist of what's going on, and that they're telling me how much they like their new coach and how much they've been working, and it's just been a total change of what they're working towards, and they're lifting weights and they're doing a lot of stuff. He believes in a lot of strength with the girls.
Good.
And I said, "Well," and I've never met Gina Morbido. So I'm sitting here talking, and I was like, "Well, they say that daggum Gina Morbido is really good." And both of them turned around and said, "She's right there." And I said, "Hello." But she was as talkative. Now, that thing, she loves to talk.
Okay.
But she is a spark plug. You can tell, but
probably one of those that kind
so
of like
excited.
Coach Rogers, where it's either all on or all off.
I can't see her being off.
Yeah.
But
just collapses into
they
a heap.
were so excited about where they were with the softball program.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 did say it's been quite a change.
Yeah.
And they were big Coach Gauger fans.
Yeah.
So, but they said the change has been really good, and the girls have really bought into it.
Good.
So
Good.
I thought that was awesome.
Yep.
I thought that was cool.
That is funny.
To meet a couple of them.
Yeah. And
Randy Adams is going to do great for softball. I really do believe so. He's very fundamental based. He's very hit based, and I think, like you said, talking about getting in the weight room and stuff like that. And I think Coach Tanner's the one that's been working with him a few years, and it's probably a good bridge point from what we had with Coach Trammell to where we are with Coach Adams. And I think we're definitely heading in the right direction. So I'm super excited to where, of course, we're not many months away
was
from
gonna
starting
say.
softball because
Yep.
it actually starts over the summer, but to get into that routine, and when you start talking softball, you know what else is knocking right on the door behind it. So,
We're knocking on the door of April,
right.
and that's when spring football starts.
Yep.
And then you'll blink, and it'll be the spring game. Which, by the way, I think we're going to try to do a basic live stream of the spring game. I may be doing it by myself.
Okay.
But we are going to be doing something so folks at home will be able to watch it and hear our
And
side
since
of
we're
the story.
talking spring, I want to just give a nudge that Mother's Day weekend is always our biggest fundraiser of the year for the boosters. And that's our annual golf tournament.
Yeah.
Might as well go ahead and throw that out there. I know it's real early, but
Be here before you
just
know
be
it.
thinking about it. You know, if you want to put a team in there or you want to sponsor a hole, a lot of people play in the tournament. A lot of looks get, on those sponsors, while they're playing the golf.
A lot of eyes.
A lot of eyes. So,
And by the way, before I forget, Casey, we were talking about this before we went on the air. Casey, remember, he's going on maternity leave here at the end of April. So it looks like our last Swarmcast for the year. We're going to do one next week, next Thursday.
okay.
Since we have spring break the
Following week.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that
So
works.
everybody will be out. So the 16th of April will be the last Swarmcast.
Let's put a Swarmcast together at the beach, Casey. On the beach.
I will be in the middle of taking care of a newborn. So
Okay, so I guess that's a negative.
no.
Maybe you can go to the beach. I mean, what are we doing? Just
I
saying.
mean, gosh, man, how
So-
could
I'm
you
going in
imagine?
July, but
So April 2nd, we will be doing next Thursday night. We'll do another one of these.
Yep.
And then
Skip a week.
we'll
and then
skip
the
a
last
week,
one.
and then the last one will be on the 16th.
Okay.
But we'll also plan on the spring football game on May 15th from over at Troy State. And hope,
Maybe do one after that to talk about it a little bit, or
I don't know.
or-
We'll have to see. We'll have
Well,
to see.
same with
Well, I
the-
mean,
So when's
the next,
school out?
The next
School-
week.
the next
I think,
week.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that next week is not
it's
gonna
over
happen.
at
I
that
got you.
point.
yeah, that's a lot of
That's
with the
a lot of
graduating.
moving, and we're about to yank schools apart.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of renovations and stuff going on.
I'm excited about them, though. There's some good.
Oh
ones
my
coming.
gosh. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, the drama's new room, which is the old band room, is starting to get remodeled. We started taking it apart today.
Now, that's going to be awesome.
So
That's going to be
they'll
awesome.
have a place to go, and strings will have their own classroom finally.
Like
It's
the
not-
orchestra class? Okay, well, that's cool
the
too.
strings class. Yep.
I
So
know
that'll be a place to
they're
go.
totally renovating the gym.
Mhm.
Yeah, the gym's coming along. The ceiling is starting to become white now, and they're going to paint the entire gym, and the entire roof is going to be white.
I can't imagine how much brighter it's going to be.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh, dude, they've only done like one little section, and you can already tell it's
Really?
brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
And there's
question.
no lights in the gym,
Right.
so like
Well, that's true.
And going into the locker room that doesn't exist, the old football locker room,
Yeah.
is now going to be wrestling practice. They just got in the steel I-beam to support the roof so they can remove columns.
Okay.
Cool.
And it's a massive steel beam.
That's cool.
Let's see, they've started tearing up the old just gym locker room to renovate those to change them around.
The
'cause they don't-
general locker room.
Yeah. So it's slowly coming.
So is that weight room going to stay?
Yes, the weight room is
Okay.
staying. It's going to be more the general ed /
Okay.
some other teams can use it. So you
Okay.
got two weight rooms for the school day, and then you'll have the one for baseball. So
Yeah.
we'll have 3 weight rooms in our school,
Cool.
in our high school alone.
Obadiah is asking, can y'all confirm the first 2 games before the season officially starts? I'm not sure what you're asking there.
I think it's something like the preseason
Like your
scrimmages.
spree, which will be Cairo, right?
Cairo.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I think there's just
Yeah.
one
Just one.
that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're
How
having a
about this?
spring
We'll
game.
find out in just a minute.
Is that Coach Rogers? Maybe,
Maybe not.
maybe so.
Coach Rogers.
Yes, sir.
There he
It
is.
is. Hey, man. Good
That's
evening.
him.
Good evening. How y'all doing?
Good, man. First off, before we get any further, congratulations on your award, man. That was deserved, and we're very proud of you.
Well, they gave it to a single person, but it's a group award. There ain't no doubt with the coaches we got on staff and the players we have and administration. Like I say, I just blessed to be able to be at a place like this. But thank y'all very much.
Yeah, and what you're looking at there is a photo with of Coach Rogers with the Bobby Pope Coach of the Year, of course, this past year, very, very special. But I mean, every one of them has been pretty on special here so far.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good thing. How's the spring going, Coach? I mean, again, preseason workout still moving forward. Of course, I know you guys have got the schedule of April and everything where you're going to start. I mean, it be here before you know it.
Oh my God, this off season, I swear, it's been the weirdest thing, and the way it's kind of jumped around. But yeah, finished up phase one of the all season 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, right there before the little break we had. And so got done with that. I thought the kids had a really good first phase where we're trying to really bulk and try to add weight, really working on strength and speed. And I thought the kids had a really good deal. We're in phase two now. And so now we're in a 3-day lift, doing some installs and some meetings to prepare for spring football. That'll be here before you know it. And so we've had a good 2 weeks into this phase now, which kind of hits some different lifts and some different things to kind of complete us. And like I say, when you come back from spring break, they'll get 2 more weeks. So you're basically, I mean, hey, tomorrow's Friday. You're basically 3 weeks out.
Yep.
And 3 weeks out, you're going to start spring football.
Wow. That's crazy. Now,
it is crazy.
anything in particular that you've kind of put a check mark by that you're looking for this spring?
Well, I think one of the biggest check marks. I mean, I got a bunch of check marks. Quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, when you graduate a quarterback, especially one, that
Yeah.
set all-time records, you got big shoes to fill. So, and you got to have a quarterback. So that's a big one there, checking that box. And then offensively, staying on the offensive side, O-line.
Yeah.
Just a lot of new faces at that O-line position, making sure we feel good on that, especially at the tackles. Having edge guys, losing Zion and Coop, on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal, losing both those tackles on both sides. So those two would be the big things that we're looking coming out of the spring, trying to get a clear picture of who we think those guys are, at quarterback and O-line. And then defensively, to me, it's inside linebacker.
Right. Yeah.
Just feeling good at the linebacker position altogether, not really inside, just the whole deal.
Yeah.
From our nickel to the field, with Trayvon, to our wheel linebacker with Amari leaving, and then creating that depth behind Day. And so, that's that key position there. Now we've got some other positions on the defense, of course, but that little second level of linebackers is something that we want to clear up by the time we leave spring and have depth built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no question. Well, the good news is, though, you got a bunch of guys that got a lot of experience last year, and whenever they had an opportunity to show out, they showed out.
They did. I mean, so playing a lot of guys definitely did that for us. And the kids, like I said, the kids are working their tail off. They've been in the system since day one. So I think there's a lot to do that. I just think the way that we run our program, the way that we run our practice, the amount of reps, if anybody's been to our practice knows the amount of reps I give the twos, and it don't matter if it's week 1 or state championship.
Yep.
The amount of reps they get during the course of a practice is so this moment comes, you got guys ready to just step up and take the reins. And I feel confident we're going to have that. And you'll see guys just blossom that people hadn't heard from.
Right. Which has happened the last couple of years. I mean, every year they step up.
That's what an established tradition-rich program does.
Yep, you're right.
These guys that you guys don't necessarily know about, but us inside the building know about.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, just come up and step in, and when their opportunity, they've seen it modeled, and now they're ready to replicate it.
Let me ask you this. Now, one of the things I had heard was that we were taking Gary Pringle, and we're going to try to move him over to the defensive side of the ball, is what I understood. Tight end.
Tight end. He'll move to wheel and play that wheel linebacker where Amari was at for sure. Now he had to go get some stuff cleaned up with his knee, and so he'll actually miss spring football, and then he'll be back this summer.
Okay, but now what are you thinking though, tight end, Coach?
Tight end. So we've got quite a few guys I really like. I like Peyton, who I think is going to be Peyton Pullman, who I think is going to be really, really good. I think he's got a great opportunity there with him. You've got Big Trent, who I think's got a chance to be really, really good, and then some young guys also that's right there. So I feel good about it. We can still spot play Gary.
Yeah.
On the other side, on some tight end, but I feel good about our tight ends and what we have. I feel like we can replace that. And again, if anybody's known me, knows that I'm going to make sure I've got a good defense. I mean, hey, I'm an offensive guy, and everybody knows I'm an offensive guy. But we're going to make sure we got the pieces on defense to always have a state championship caliber defense.
Well, and I'll tell you too, based on what I've seen from your teams, you know how to utilize the tight end, and that's too many coaches, in my opinion, miss it, man.
Yeah, you got to have a tight end. I just believe in it. I believe in having 11. I believe in having that fullback position that we call joker, and so utilizing those things to create extra run gaps and presses.
Yep.
And so, no, it's an important piece now. So we got to find one. But I feel good about the guys we have. If I didn't feel great about it, then we maybe look at this. But
right.
Now I feel really, really confident in those guys I named off.
I've got an old friend of mine who was a retired coach now from Camden County coach, and he wanted me to ask you this question, and I promised him I would.
Right.
What is going on here at Thomas County is special. There's no way around that. What do you see? If there's one thing that you could look at, if somebody says, Coach, what's the secret sauce in this Big Mac? What would you say it is?
All right, that's a loaded question. I don't think you can. I don't think you can pinpoint it to one singular thing. But if I had to pinpoint to one singular thing, and it's going to sound cheesy, but I really believe in it, man, is the buy-in to our overall theme, win the day.
Mm-hmm.
What we do best is, man, we just go out there and just try to have the best day we can.
Right.
If we're in phase one, if we're in phase two, if we're lifting, running, if we're doing installs, when we get to spring, I mean, you guys come to our practice, you see them, they're highly competitive. Like our kids buy in on the mindset of getting better daily. And that doesn't end. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's January 12th or today. What we got today? March what? 27th? 26. All right, March 26th. Or if it's the state championship game, December the 12th. Like, the mindset doesn't change. We're trying to gradually improve all the time with a growth mindset. So I've added singularly, and I know that's. Let me tell you something now. That's hard to do.
No. It
so
is
stinking easy. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds so easy. And again, that's the thing. So many times in life, we confuse basic with easy.
Right.
And we get bored with things that are basic.
Yep.
Oh, that's just basic. That's just basic. Well, brother, that don't mean it's easy.
That's right.
Hit the baseball is basic. Swing the ball, swing the bat, and hit the ball.
Yep.
That's basic, but it's complex, and you got to practice like crazy to get good at that basic skill.
Yep.
And it's no different than what we do. And so I think getting young people to mature into that mindset, I think, is big. But not only that, having adults that are not complacent and understanding that and pushing it, man. I walked in this morning. I mean, it's 7:20, and I got linebackers in meetings. Yesterday afternoon, I got O-line in meetings. I mean, you got coaches driving these boys, and boys want to be driven, all right, to improve and get better. So I just think the organization just knowing and how important a day means. Like, there's no wasted days.
Yeah, and that's a reflection, Coach, to me now. And again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but that's a reflection of buy-in. Period.
No doubt.
Just buy-in. And when you've got everybody bought in, coaches, players, community, admins, whatever, sky's the limit.
It is, but
but again, that's not easy. That's not easy to do.
It's not. And maintaining the humility about you. I remember Nick Saban talking about it. He's, someone asked him, was it easier climbing the mountain or staying on top of the mountain? And he always talked about staying on top was 10 times harder.
Yep.
And, that's a battle we're going to have to fight now. Now, after 4 years, establishing ourselves as a dominant program down in South Georgia, all right, it's up to us to continue to be hungry. We can't be full.
Yep.
We can't lay out. You can't be that dog. We got a full belly and just lays up on the porch.
Yep.
All right. We got to still go out there and hunt and make sure that we're striving every day to improve and keep that edge about us.
Yep. By the way, Joseph Helton said, Coach, we want a 70 piece in the first game of the year for what it's worth. And I'm sure Coach wouldn't mind getting 70 in that first game of the year. Just say it.
I ain't never mad about getting 70 in any game. As long as we ain't giving up 70.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. And how, I know I asked you this last time, but I'll ask you again, how cool is it and how much you guys enjoying that new building?
Oh, phenomenal, man. It's just, again, we talk about, going in there with a growth mindset. It's just having a place like this just kind of helps that process because it's such an enjoyable. I remind the guys all the time to be so thankful. Like, guys, man, how incredible is this?
Yeah.
And so just making sure that we remain very thankful and humble with it. Understanding now, we won all these games without this daggone building.
That's true.
So don't get it twisted. All
Yep.
right. This building ain't gonna win a game.
Yep.
It can't win a game.
Mhm.
All right. But it can make it more enjoyable of the work that has to be done to win a game.
That's right.
What we've done the last 4 years got to be replicated out. We ain't had no building then, cuz. So we got to make sure that we're understanding that this building won't win nothing.
Right.
But it just makes the work more enjoyable.
Another piece of the puzzle. And you had your 8th graders coming up this week. How'd that go?
Yep, started in part of phase 2 is we start what we call Stinger Camp. And so we started Stinger Camp with them, and they start their installs. And so they come over every Monday and Wednesday afternoon. We work with them about 3:20 to 5:15, and they play offense and defense, and just trying to get them running around, get a feel for what they are, what position they need to play, and get to know them. And the first couple of weeks have went really, really well. Our numbers are great. I think we had a record yesterday with 71 kids, 71 8th graders in attendance. But we got room for more. Hey, we're good.
Come on.
So don't let that run you off now. Monday at 3:15, you can ride that bus over. We'll pick you up from the 8th grade. We'll ride you right over there. So if you're a parent of an 8th grader that wants to play football, I think it's the greatest sport and an unbelievable man builder. Think about signing him up, get him out there, see if he likes it. And so, like I say, right now we're about 70 deep, 71 deep. We hit 60. I think we hit 71. The day before that, we hit 68. And I think we hit 64. So we've grown every day we've had it.
Wow.
And so that's a good thing.
Oh, that's a great problem to have, man.
Heck yeah.
All right, Coach, we're not going to keep you. Go enjoy your evening, brother. And we're going to do this again next week because of spring break being the following week. So we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, sounds good. Go Jackets.
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Coach.
you. One more time, let's thank Dairy Queen. We appreciate Dairy Queen on US 19 in Thomasville.
Did
for
somebody
sponsoring.
steal mine?
Is it gone?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yours gone?
No, I still have some mine.
Well,
I don't.
Casey,
Mine
yours
was going
empty?
25 minutes ago.
Casey said he ain't had a full one yet.
I
him and
keep
Bryce-
missing for some
Him and
reason.
Bryce both by that. By the way, Coach Cy Jones, baseball is going to be calling here just a little bit. Having a great year, fantastic year.
Yep.
And Joseph Helton, Big Cam Donaldson. Listen, there's some athletes coming up from that middle school now, and Cam's one of the premier ones now. No way around that.
71. That's incredible.
Golly.
And how often do you hear through a camp getting larger?
Yeah.
Usually it goes down. That's
Well,
crazy.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, sure.
They're getting back over to the
Yeah.
school and going, "Hey, man, this is awesome."
Yeah.
And his kids like, "Well, okay. That doesn't sound like it's that bad."
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. Walking through the locker rooms in the new building, that was the first thing that crossed my mind. As nice and as big as it is, where are you going to put everybody?
Right.
I mean, it's a great problem to have. Curtis Brooks Sr., the man, the myth, the legend, right there.
John.
Okay, couple of more things here. Let's mention the golf team. The boys team set back-to-back record tournament scores in the last 5 years. The team shot a 323 at the Trojan Invitational hosted by Lee County on March the 9th. They finished 3rd out of 12. Followed that up with a 308 at the Blue Devil Invitational hosted by Tiff County on the 23rd. That finished them 5th out of 17. They said that really, really good competition at that one. Led in both tournaments by freshman Brady Hammond. Freshman, who shot a 76 and 73 respectively. Other scores included Wyatt Elkins, who's a senior, 81 and 76. Drew Darcy, senior, 87 and 83. Carson Washington, who's a junior, 89 and 78. Caleb Eaton, sophomore, who got a 79 at Lee County. And Griffin Bates, sophomore, 81 at Tift. Somebody asked earlier, and I'm going to plead complete ignorance here, about soccer. Have you kept up at all with what's going on
I'm sure
with soccer?
Jake could give us a fill in
Jake
for
could give us an
sure.
update.
Yeah, I apologize. I just have not. But
We're talking about baseball. The 8th grade team won the championship. last
yeah.
week. So,
Ooh, turf has arrived for the
I
band
would
field.
say the turf is here.
Okay, cool. So that part of the building will be
Yeah.
knocked out
They're
here soon
planning
enough.
to do both fields at the same time. Get everybody here at one time.
Yeah.
and
Is that
late.
backfield ready to be
They
good?
are working hard. They've got the rock down for
Oh, okay.
part of it. It's got a little ways to go, but it's close.
That one was a little bit more of an endeavor. It was a lot that went on with
was a
that to make
whole-
it.
Yeah, whole thing.
Girls are third in the region in soccer, Jake says.
Yeah, let me look real quick and see if I can find.
And we play in a very tough soccer region.
It's
too,
like
mind you.
baseball, my
Yeah.
gosh, and football.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I
all
can
the way
say this,
around.
Everybody has moved into the
Close.
new building. Junior RTC moved this week, and they're
Yep.
getting their area straightened out, and they're getting ready to get their digital targets in.
Now I wonder, and I'm sure Joe Regina's smile could have lit up, a continent. The first time he had the band in there, and then they actually played in that new room.
hearing it.
Yeah.
It's the
I
same
heard
be-
it.
Yeah, oh, did you?
Man,
Man, is it
alive.
awesome?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, the great thing about that room with those huge high ceilings and those sound dampening things, it's loud, but it's not
But
echoey at
it
all.
sounds
very
good. Yeah,
crisp.
yeah.
Very crisp. If you have not, I'll say it again, if you haven't seen or gone through the new building, you need to try to take some time to go through it whenever you get an opportunity. Of course, now it's being used, so you're not going to be able to go through the parts that are going to be used for classes and stuff, but the front of it and so forth. And if you know somebody, which most of you know somebody,
I know somebody.
that knows somebody,
That knows
Randy
somebody.
Young. Yeah, he'll tell
reach out to them and see if they will help you.
But if you
Go
call
through
his voicemail, he won't tell you who it is. You just have to kind of be implied that you know
Y'all,
who it
y'all
is.
want his number? I can give you Randy.
No.
Young's number.
I've been giving tours of that thing since that
That's
open
your
house.
fault.
Yeah, it is. Well, especially like folks like Charlie Jr. Come on, I mean,
That doesn't count.
it does, but it doesn't. You're right. Why don't we pull up the weight room video while we're talking about the new building? This is a piece that was done by In the Game about our new weight room there at the new building, which was designed by an old college roommate of mine, believe it or not.
Rodrigo?
Rico. Rich Frederico. Let's watch this. It's in the DNA.
of
No, wait, it's the wrong one. It's
Oh, you want
something-
the other one?
Yeah, the other
I
one.
don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
a lot of
There you
people
go.
understand
Is this it?
how hard it is to design a functional weight room.
Yeah, it was important for us to use Advantage Sports and Fitness. They were a supplier of the racks that we wanted and the brand that we wanted. And Nick Obey has been just awesome the whole way.
Start to finish, we're concept to completion. We talk about design, flow of the room. One of the first questions, I always ask is how many bodies are going to be in the room? And so we want to make sure that we maximize every square foot.
Our biggest thing is efficiency to be able to do what we want to do. I've known Nick for probably about 10 years now at Advantage. Him having been a college strength coach, he knew the ins and outs of being able to design a full room, being able to organize it so that it's efficient.
And then everything that he did was just first class. It's quality, it's heavy duty, and so it's functional for use because that's what it's mainly for. But boy, aesthetically, it looks good too.
This is a PowerLifts Pro Series combo rack. So it's a double-sided rack. You have the ability to do work on both sides of the room. We pretty much have it set up to where there's almost 2 weight rooms on each side of the space. You got 5 combo pulleys over there, so high-low pulleys, lat pull down, low rows, and 5 over there as well. Have the ability to do things as a team in here, so everything's either in 10s or 20s, so you're able to do rotations in an efficient manner. And we got 60 pairs of dumbbells to be able to service 20 stations.
And because of Nick's experience as a Division I strength coach, and then what we had with Jay Floyd, them coming together and planning this has been really a perfect situation for our athletes to get the most out of a weight room that they can.
It's easy to sell a really high quality product that you believe in. You can always know that you're going to be able to count on Advantage and myself.
I love the fact, too, that Coach Rogers, he put his foot down that all of those weights were going to be put back up straight.
He's got pictures that he showed the team and say, if it ain't like this, y'all gonna have some.
Yeah, he told me, he said, I can go back and watch the video and see who didn't do it, and there'll be a price to pay for it.
Could you imagine?
He wants it to stay right, which totally appreciate.
Could you imagine the scrutiny though that the salesman and the guy that designed that room was under with Coach Rogers, Jay Floyd, and Philip Duplantis, who is a strength conditioning
Yeah, that's
coach
true.
himself.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
All watching to see what's going on and helping design. It is incredible to step in there and just see that, because it's just a space that is its own, and it's every inch of that place is functional.
And it's done right.
Yeah.
And the design of every inch of it was very intentional.
Yep.
Hey,
Um,
Chris, I can get you in touch with a guy that did all the branding.
Yeah, well, we might
I
be
know
able
a
to
guy.
get a guy that might could help you with that, or at least show you some of the stuff that was done in there. Blake Barfield, real quick, because Coach Cy Jones is going to be calling in just a moment. The announcement was this: we are about $25,000 short on the rings, and unusually, our big hitters, our big contributors, the $1,000 and more contributors have already stepped up to the plate. What we are lacking are the $25, the $100, the $250 folks, the regular fans and their families. So what the Booster Club is going to do is put an incentive together called the Committed to Excellence campaign, and this will last for a month. You will receive a certificate signed by Coach Rogers, Coach Duplantis, and Randy Sowell, the president of the Booster Club, acknowledging your contribution for $25 or more. Just $25 or more. You're going to get one of these certificates that you can hang on your wall at your house, at your office, your man cave, whatever you want, to show that you have supported the 2025 state championship and the rings for these young men and these coaches and all. $100 or more, you get the certificate and a frameable team photo, which, and I might could talk Coach Rogers into signing that as well, which is a really cool thing. That's the certificate, team photo, $100 or more. And if you do $250 or more, you get the certificate, the team photo, and a signed Charlie Ward Jr. poster. Blake, go to givebutter.com. Givebutter.com and look for Thomas County Central Boosters, and you'll be able to contribute there. As Ashley Sowell mentioned a little while ago, every dollar that is contributed on the Give Butter site goes into the boosters. They don't have to pay fees for it, which is unlike GoFundMe and others that are used. The Give Butter thing is specifically designed for things like school fundraisers.
Yep.
So it makes it easier for the schools to be able to cash in and maximize the contributions. So $25, you get that certificate. $100, you're going to get the team photo and the certificate. $250, you get the Charlie Ward Jr. autographed poster with the picture and the certificate. So cool stuff. And it's a way to say thank you for your support, but we got to get this done, folks, in the next 5 weeks. We got to get it done somehow, some way in the next 5 weeks. We'll be spreading it on social media. We'll be sharing the information through the Booster Club, and hopefully everybody will be able to step up and we can get this knocked out. And the thing is, it's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
It's a great problem to have. And now, speaking of doing great and not a problem, Cy Jones.
Hey,
man, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Randy, doing good. How are you guys tonight?
Doing
Jamie,
good.
Brian?
We're good.
We're doing good, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Good.
you hollering at us, man. Y'all have had a good run, Coach. I mean, just no way around it. Catch us up with what's happened the last couple of weeks since we talked to you last.
Yes, sir. Well, I think we were going into the Houston series the last time we talked, or
That's
maybe
right. Mm-hmm. That's
yeah.
right.
So we ended up taking one of three there. So not disappointed, but felt like that we were in all three games and really were hoping to come away with at least one more win. But was proud of the way the guys fought and against a good Houston team that's highly ranked in a lot of people's opinion. And
sounded like y'all had them right where you wanted them, was what it sounded like.
We did, and that's the hard part. Is like, I was talking to Coach Rogers the other day, and he was telling me, it's easy to go from average to good, but it's really hard to go from good to great.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do, and that was the perfect definition of it. It's just hard to do, but we think we had everything that we needed to do it and didn't get it done. We'll learn from that, and came out Tuesday, gets the lead, and put up a good performance on the mound and swung the bats, had some timely hitting, and came out of there with a 4-0 lead and host those guys here in the county tomorrow at 4:30. So get ready for that.
Weather's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
You need to go out there and
Yes,
support
sir.
it.
Yep.
Gonna be nice and warm. Won't have to throw on a jacket or anything, and should be a big crowd. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So give everybody an overview now of where the region stands and where we're headed.
Yes, sir. Well, we don't want to put the cart before the horse, but we're looking good at closing in on the hosting a playoff round. We still got a shot to win the region. We need to take care of Lee and Northside over the next 5 and have Houston drop one to Coffee and maybe one to Lee, and that gives us the region championship and the 1 seed. But if Houston takes care of their business and we take care of ours, then we'll be the 2 seed and hosting here for the first time in a little bit. So we're proud of that we're right on the verge of that. But you know how baseball is. There's no givens, and anybody can flip up and get you if you're not ready to go. So we'll attack game 1 tomorrow like it's the region championship, and that's been working for us, and that's the approach that we'll stay with. But to answer your question, Houston right now is the 1 seed. We're the 2 seed. I think Coffee's the 3, and then Lee and Veterans are tied up at 4 with 5 games to go.
And Coach, just for clarification, when it comes to playoffs, I know softball does a regional. We do a 3-game series in baseball, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We would host the 3 seed from Region 6, and then I forget who. I hadn't even looked past that.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Sure. We got a long way away. Because there's in the different sports with like softball, they do a regional setting, and then with baseball, we're actually host a series, and that's big. I think it's the first time maybe if we get an opportunity to host. I think it's like 4 years.
I was going to say
it's been
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Yep. I think we won the region. I have a T-shirt that got left behind somewhere in my closet, and I think it was 22 or 21, 22 or somewhere in there.
I've got that same T-shirt and it don't fit anymore, so it's been a while.
That's what happens when you get married.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That's right. That's
good
right.
home cooking. Well, Coach, before I let you go, Casey, if you'll pull those pictures up of the new facility, we haven't talked to you about your new digs over there and just how impressed. I'm going to tell you something. Charlie Ward Jr. was blown away with that thing.
Yeah, that was such a wonderful few minutes that you and he spent together. I guess it was last Thursday or Friday.
Yeah,
he stopped by, and man, the only regret I have is that I didn't get you to take a quick picture of Charlie and I. He couldn't have been nicer to a guy he's never met before, and like you said, I think he walked away impressed with what we have, and it was really, really good to talk to him, and I felt honored to be in his company.
Well,
and hear his wisdom
to your compliment you, I don't know that I've ever heard him talk that much. I mean,
I'll tell you that when you told me that day, I did take that was a huge compliment because I've seen a lot of his stuff online and a lot of his interviews and stuff, and he's certainly a soft-spoken, mild-mannered guy. So it was just a joy to just hear him go and talk, and like you said, the way we talked that day. So,
but your place, Coach, again, that was the centerpiece of the conversation. Just how cool is this thing?
Yeah, it's really it's benefited us tremendously. We got in at the tail end, maybe like about this time last year, or maybe a week or two.
Run through it one more time. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
1st of April, and so to have it from all the way over the summer, to get our weight program started over the summer, like really wanting to get it implemented, and straight into the first day of school, and have those guys, our 401s and stuff in the off season, being there, and rain, snow, it didn't matter, sunshine. We had a place to work out, and it's really, it showed in the season that we're having. And again, I know the pictures are probably showing our classroom area or the players area. And, it's just an all-encompassing building, the baseball operations building, and everything that we need in there from uniform storage to laundry to nutrition to the weight room to batting cages to a pitching lab to a plyo wall or the rehab center. We've got a table in there now that the guys can get treatment recovery after they throw, and it's just really mind-blowing to come to work every day and not take that for granted, and we certainly don't.
I got to share with
top
you.
Notch.
Oh, it is. I mean, everybody wants to talk about the new building, but the doggone baseball thing is just as impressive, man. It's incredible.
It is.
But I got to share. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
we like to say that we're the once that since the new building has been up and functional, we proudly claim the baby brother role. We're proud to say that we're the proud baby brother to the big brother, and the standard is the standard, and we're trying to uphold our part of it.
100%. I got to share this with you, Coach. I hadn't had a chance to talk to you. Whenever we had Charlie Jr., of course, Chris White was up there walking around with us too. One of your players was up in the lounge area, and he was laying on the couch. And and we started a conversation with him, and he looked at me and Chris and Junior and said, "Did y'all go to school here?" And all three of us kind of nodded our head and said, "Yeah." And I said, "Yeah." And I said, I do the games on the radio. "Oh, yeah, I've heard your name." I said, "This is the guy who does the graphic stuff in the building over there, the new building, the branding stuff, and a former student of mine." He went, "Oh, okay." And I said, "And this is Charlie Ward Jr." He about jumped out of his drawers. Yeah, he's from Monticello, and he knew exactly who Charlie Jr. was, and I won't tell you specifically what he said when he figured out exactly who that was.
Probably fill in the blank, yeah.
But all three of us.
He told me. Yeah, he told me he was caught off guard, and he's like, "Coach, how cool is that? Like, the Heisman Trophy winner just hanging out talking to us." And what a testament to Charlie's character, and I mean, just like I said, just that day still has an impact on I still think about that, and Joseph will think he'll always remember the day he met Charlie Ward Jr.
Well, it's cool to have somebody who still cares and has not forgotten his roots. And I can flat tell you, he's got his Game Changer app now, Coach. So he's keeping up with what you're doing. I'm just warning you.
Yeah, that's right. That makes us that keeps us here at night and keeps us working hard and trying to, like I said, uphold the standard. And
that's it.
Guys like that across the board, no matter what sport they played, we're all Yellow Jackets, and we all want to be champions.
That's it. So tomorrow, Lee County,
4:30
doubleheader.
Yes, sir. Doubleheader. 4:30 is actually Teacher Appreciation Night. We have a wonderful faculty that sponsors each player on the varsity. Every road trip we take, their teacher sponsor provides them a little snack bag for the bus, and just words of encouragement, prayers, well wishes, just always there if the player needs anything. It's kind of something that Dr. Fernandez started and carries out. And we have 27 varsity players, so that's 27 members of our faculty that'll hopefully be here tomorrow, and we'll honor them the way they have honored our team. And just really, again, it's just different here, and really proud to be associated with such wonderful teachers.
And Coach, let me share this before I forget. One of our former athletes messaged me this week and said you need to do an online store with your baseball caps.
Yep,
I know it, and I have all this extra time, Mr. Randy, and I just have not sat down and done it.
No.
I do want to do that, because I get, especially we have a camo hat that during the fall we wore it, because we came up with a mission, and they wanted some desert camo hats with a TC on it, and they got out into the public, and I'll blame Mr. Dan Stewart if he's listening.
Dan.
I gave Mr. Dan one. I said, "Do not tell anyone where this came from."
I bet he could.
48 hours, Mr. Ed Hopper was like, "Coach Jones, I need one of them camo hats." So
let me tell you something. If you need a secret kept, now Dan's probably not the guy
he can't hold water.
I'm just telling you.
Dan is not your man.
I have learned that. So.
Well, I got tickled the other day because he had a couple of caps that he gave to Junior, but there was one in particular. Junior grabbed one of them and was happy with it, and then Coach kind of pulled away with the other two. And Junior said, "Hey, wait! I like that one." There was one of them he particularly had his eye on. But everybody online now is saying, "Yes, well, I agree. Yes, please." So, when you get time, just say it.
That's right. But and I have a bad habit too of like just giving them out. Like, the people are always like, "Well, how much do I owe you?" "Oh, no, I mean, y'all do so much for me and the program, and here's just this one's on me." And before I know it, I'm like, where'd those 2 dozen hats go?
Well, hey, I can tell you they are very popular based on the reactions we're getting to what we're talking about here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be placing another order real soon. So hopefully we can make a deep run in the playoffs, get those things out, have them all around town. So
There you go. There you go. Well, Coach, good luck tomorrow evening, and we'll.
Thank
we're
you,
gonna
Mr. Randy.
Yeah, we're going to do this again next Thursday, so we'll check in back
Okay.
with you and update everybody. We appreciate it, man.
Sounds great. Thanks. See you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks,
Coach. Once again, let's thank Dairy Queen
Dairy
for
Queen.
sponsoring the Swarmcast. This is what was the flavor here of the blizzard of the night?
This is an Oreo butter
Finger.
finger.
the Oreo butter finger. It's good. I can flat tell you. Jamie's been throwing some curveballs at us here with the flavors the last
Wow,
couple of
I was
times.
just trying to-
Speaking of baseball,
Yeah,
just
that was
saying,
good.
it's not a Nolan Ryan fastball, but a
Wow.
curveball. Yeah, that's what you're saying. But yeah, it's funny, and it might have been D'Angelo Davis that made the comment to me. Somebody messaged me and said, "Man, what do we got to do to get the baseball folks to do an online store of those caps?" They said, "Man," and there you got Joseph Helton saying those white TC baseball hats are fire. Oh, need 3 of them. A lot. I don't remember which one that Junior was going nuts on. It's got a yellow jacket embroidered on the side with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Oh, and he made sure that he grabbed that one before,
Yeah, that's
before
cool,
Coach
man.
got to put up.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. And the baseball team again having a fantastic year.
Yep.
And I know Coach kind of understated it. They had Houston County on the ropes.
Yeah.
They had them on the ropes in all 3 of those games. And
I
just
know,
couldn't close it. But Houston's a great program.
And the second game that
Yeah.
we won actually
7-1.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good
7-1.
fashion.
Yep.
So
Yep.
So it's
But
a very good baseball team.
Yes.
And we were talking last night. The JV played at home last night they played a doubleheader last night with Childs, and extremely competitive games
always.
with Childs.
Always.
And got to talking with the fans and just kind of getting a feel of where everything is falling, and got a lot of people really behind where we're at. And we should be.
Yeah.
But usually you hear some naysaying in the group. You know, there's always one that ain't quite happy. But
I haven't heard
the
any this
overall
year.
consensus is very,
If you hadn't
very
heard 'em, it might
positive.
be you.
So,
Oh, I thought you meant your family.
Oh,
Be
so,
that too. But let me say
but
this.
you hadn't been around.
let me say this. Cy Jones has made a difference.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, and this is not throwing shade at anything from before, but he has been such a positive to the program and the community and the school. Just a team player, team guy.
Yep.
What do we need to do for everybody to be able to benefit with this?
He treats you just the same on the baseball field as he does at Walmart. Just as nice as he can be.
Yep.
But he's a fundamental based coach, and he implements fundamentals, and that's what we need.
Yep. 1,000%.
And before we go any further, you probably gonna kill me.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
But I want y'all to know that on Wednesday, Randy Young rang the bell.
Yep.
He got his last treatment.
Yep.
For what he's been battling a little something.
Prostate cancer. Just saying. Yep.
Kudos to Randy and the way he has dealt with everything that's been presented to him. I'm proud of you, brother.
Appreciate it. Well, I tip my cap to the oncology center here. Just if you're a guy and this turns into something, when you start getting to 50-ish, you're going to deal with something prostate issue. It's just no way around it. And Dr. Steve Johnson, who's the head oncologist here, is just a fantastic guy.
Phenomenal.
He made the comment to me that 90% of men over 65 either know they have it or they have it and don't know it. And it's just the way it is. Now, it's a very slow growing, slow moving thing.
But you want to find it.
Well, you just got to go get tested, y'all. Bottom line. Know
your numbers, and you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah. And I will tell everybody that with my particular case, it was the lowest grade, lowest aggression type possible. But there is a family history there of becoming more aggressive. And I did not want that hovering over me. Yeah. And so I decided to be a little more aggressive probably than I needed to. Huh?
Or under you.
Casey Massey, ladies and gentlemen. Comedians out of work nationwide. And we've got Casey.
And we've got Casey.
That's it. But, Jose, yes, it is great news. And hopefully y'all just keep praying that it has done what
we
it
can't
was
have
supposed
anything sentimental.
Dang, Casey. I was hoping you had the picture, man.
The picture? No, we don't want no pictures of that.
No, the picture of you ringing the bell. Where are y'all going with this, man?
Oh no!
I mean,
Some things you don't.
And this is why we can't have anything sentimental. This is
where are we going?
I think we went.
Well, when you said the picture, that was in my mind.
No,
and
man.
then, of course, the picture you were talking about would have been just fine.
We went to the bottom.
My bad.
Back up to the
It's
top.
good stuff.
Golly, you talking about? Anyway, I am so thankful though that we have what we have in Thomasville, Georgia. That oncology center, and I know there are folks that have complaints about different things to do with Archbold, and I get it. Lord knows I've done it myself. But that thing, to be able to have that in a town the size, I'm sorry, Jose, yeah, I think it's PG-13. I'm not sure. We're just stopping right there.
We're good.
DQ, yes, Spike Blizzard. For a town the size of Thomasville to have that is remarkable.
Yeah.
And I compliment the Lewis Hall Singletary family. They're the ones that kind of underpin the funding of that oncology center, and it is remarkable, just flat out remarkable.
Well, it's just something about Thomasville. You know, we had the world's greatest, in some eyes, brain surgeon that was here.
Yeah, Dr. Cadis.
Dr. Cadis for years.
Yep.
Yeah, like number 2 on the list to operate on the president. I mean, yeah.
And
then Dr.
And
Ed
at
Hall,
one time,
who was the top snake bite.
yeah. If
Yep.
you got a snake bite, they'd fly you in from all over.
Yep.
I
To
mean,
Little
what,
Thomasville.
What
Yep.
is going on?
Yeah, it's special, and we don't need to take it for granted. But I want
That's
to
right.
thank Dr. Jason Burnett, Urology Center, Archbold, and Dr. Steve Johnson specifically, and all those nurses and all, man, just top notch, top notch. But anyway, thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully, again, we can flush
to
and
the
move on.
bottom of
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I didn't catch that.
You're better off. just saying.
I
I'm
wouldn't
hoping I
wanna catch it
don't.
either.
Let's bring up track. First off, if we've got the boys' track picture of the
Speaking of
the new record setters, we're off track.
we're definitely off track.
I don't have any of
Okay,
those
that's cool.
pictures.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I
Well,
way to slack over there.
well,
No.
The boys 4x100 team has set a new school record, and we want to congratulate Tyrone, Wayne, JB, and DeAndre, who they can go now.
Them
They can fly.
dudes can roll.
But the Yellow Jacket track and field team continued to stand out season this past weekend at the Bob Hayes Relays held at Hodges Stadium. Known as one of the nation's premier high school track events, the meet hosted elite competition from across the country. Yellow Jackets were highlighted by a dominant performance in the girls 4x100 meter. The team composed of Journey Walker, Zakiria Hightower, Jada Pinkins, and Delisha Spencer successfully navigated a crowded preliminary field of more than 30 teams to earn a spot in the final round. They delivered their most impressive performance of the year, crossing the finish line in 47.66 seconds. I don't think we could run that fast, guys. I'm just saying. I don't think it's
I'm
I
happening.
don't know if
going
my
to.
truck could drive that fast.
That is getting down now.
The time marks a new season best for the team and secured an impressive 4th place overall finish in the prestigious event.
Wait, you telling me somebody was faster than they were?
3 teams.
3 teams.
Holy
I don't even want
cow.
to see that. But Michael Lovejoy.
You would see it.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Like watching The Flash. But Michael Lovejoy
Yeah.
and Chester Hightower, our compliments to you and the work
Yep.
you're doing with the track team. Fantastic. The daddy-daughter dance. You got that photo?
That I got.
That is coming up tomorrow night. And this is really cool. Prom, or actually, yeah, is that this weekend?
Glitz and glam.
Is prom this weekend?
I'm not going.
Okay.
The
March 27th. Yeah,
Yep.
that's tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tomorrow
Wow.
night is the
daddy-daughter dance.
Yeah.
And so Saturday night's prom.
Is prom.
I
Yeah.
guess,
Wow.
golly.
What
Time of
happened?
year.
It's April. I mean, the year's going to be, it's over. Anyway, this is a fundraising thing for the wrestling team, and $25 per duo, $10 for each additional child. So if you've got several daughters, you can bring them with you. This is a cool little thing. They are going to be using the gym where the prom is going to be held, so it will be decked out in all of its glory, and the little ones will probably walk out of there feeling like they've been to Disney World. I mean,
That's
that's
right.
really cool.
And
Really
it all
cool.
benefits wrestling.
Wrestling, yep,
Wrestling.
wrestling fundraiser. Okay, let me mention one more time about the fundraising campaign, and then we're going to watch this video from ITG, which is really, really cool. The Booster Club is in need of your help. Now, the ring fund is about $25,000 short right now. And what's unusual, and I can tell you this, is somebody who has been in the middle of raising money for these rings back in the 90s especially, the big hitters, the folks who have got thousands of dollars to offer, are normally the last ones in line. This time, they were the first ones in line. And those big hitters have taken care of their part of this. Where we are lacking are with the regular fans and their families, the $25, the $100, the $250. So the Booster Club is going to put together a Committed to Excellence campaign for the next 4 weeks. This will end at the end of April. And once it's over, it's over. But we need you to help. And in return, $25 or more, you will get a signed certificate from Coach Rogers, Coach Duplantis, Randy Sowell, the president of the Booster Club, that you can hang up on your wall. That will be something you can show off for your contribution toward the fund. Casey, if you don't mind pulling that certificate thing up one more time real quick. This is a look at what this will look like. And, again, a nice little, just a little thank you for your contribution. $25 or more. That's it. $25. That's a couple of fast food meals this day and age.
It might be one.
Depending on where you're at. Yeah, you're right. And then if you do $100 or more, you'll get the certificate and a frameable team photo of the 2025 team and the coaching staff from the state championship team. That's $100 or more, frameable photograph, the certificate. If you do $250 or more, you get the certificate, the frameable photo, and a autographed Charlie Ward Jr. personalized poster. Just a fantastic little thing that you can, again, show off in your man cave, in your office. And not everybody's going to have those, and there aren't many of those Charlie posters, just so you know. But go to givebutter.com. Give Butter, and I know that sounds weird,
Yeah.
but that's the name of the website, givebutter.com, and look for Thomas County Central Athletic Boosters. 100% of the contributions on that site go to the boosters, and they'll be able to keep up with who did what as far as the contributions, and then they will get with you and get your items to you as a way of just saying thanks. But folks, we got to get this done. We've been talking about it since the end of December, and we got to get it knocked out.
Yep.
So everybody, do what you can, but let's do it in the next handful of weeks. We got to get this knocked out. All right, so to kind of get us ready to get out of here, let's watch this video. In the Game came in here, givebutter.com. Thank you, Ashley. In the Game came in here a couple of months back and did a piece about the new facility, but also kind of an overview of the 2025 season and the culture of our program. And it was a really nice complimentary piece. And I want to thank Houston Clinic because they were the ones that paid for this. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Give butter, not egg and butter. That's right. That's you got a point.
That's good.
That's right. You got a point. But
God, speaking of eggs,
the Houston Clinic paid for the production of this. What just happened? What did he
give
do?
butter.
What did he do? Never mind.
Give
Okay.
butter.
Anyway, let's take a look at this.
I want you to look at this.
It's in the DNA of the community.
That's cool.
It's something that's handed from grandfather to father to son. And as a result of that, Friday nights in the fall here are really the centerpiece of the community. I've said before on the radio, it's the purest congregation we've got.
Football's become a 12-month deal. It's kind of a year-round sport that you play. You're always doing something, right? You're always doing something to prepare, either mentally or physically or meeting-wise. And so this is going to be such a space that's just going to make that whole process enjoyable.
We believe in excellence, and we believe in our students. And we will strive and do everything possible that we can to make sure that they see that they are able to achieve whatever they want, and that we will give them the opportunities they need to get there.
I believe that this building is one of a kind, okay, because it melds together education, fine arts, and athletics. We are a process-driven program with a culture of accountability and love. It's not always about getting a college scholarship, right? It's about making sure that they are the best version of themselves that they possibly can be.
Our mission of our board is to make things, give the children that we have and the young people the best that they can have to succeed. And over the years, we just expanded, but we're really running out of space, and we wanted to do something special, not only for our athletes, but for our band program. Our ROTC is really strong, and we wanted to make this place for them, but also give us more educational space in the building that we're using right now for future educational purposes. So the expansion has done us well.
We're proud to be on the forefront of being able to offer this to our students here in Thomas County and to give them something to be proud of and let them know that we're investing in them.
We have progressed a great amount of time since I've been here, which is 8 years. And we were moving things forward with our previous coach, but we weren't getting over the top. And we still had plans to build this building, and obviously we made a change with Justin. To say that he's been an impact on the community would be an understatement.
Yeah, I've known Coach Rogers for several years as a football coach, and there was no doubt that when he got to Central, I think one of the things he said was this was kind of his dream job. And as an outsider kind of looking at the way he's run his program, and as a physician, treating some of the athletes that play for him, one thing that's common is that the athletes love playing for him. And when they have that kind of love for the coach, I think that spills over into they're willing to do what it takes to win.
It's like the program is, you go build a brotherhood by the with the program. Like the part with stacking days is gonna get to a point like where you, not that you want to come up here, but like when you do, you can go not want to work. Like you go want to work with Thomas County Central.
This is the second time that I've worked with Coach Rogers. It's the only time working for him is the only time where I wasn't in charge of having to generate some type of culture. His presence, it's really hard. You can't be around him and not buy in to what he's selling.
We came back in January with the theme of whatever it takes. That this year we will be willing to do whatever it takes, all right, to go finish this thing and win it. And so I say that to say I thought our kids bought into it, and I thought we had an unbelievable January through May. And I think that's where we really came together as a team. You saw the players start having leadership and really owning the culture of the team during those months. So now you get to the start of the season, and we're playing well, and we got Lee County. And it's always a battle with them. All 4 years, you go look at it, it's been 1 to 2 score games. It's been tight ball games every year with them. And this game was no different. And we were able to pop enough later on to kind of pull away and win by 2 scores. And so once you kind of get off to that springboard start in the region, and you're able to win a big one, against a blue blood like Lee County, then you feel good about, okay, we got a shot there.
I think the hardest part about this entire season was the expectations. And even when we won it in 23, the expectations weren't as high. But this year there were. I mean, the pressure was on. We were concerned at times because we never played a second half.
When you go against those types of teams in Houston County and Northside Warner Robins and Coffee Counties, which is a recent state champion, when you do well against those teams, you're set up for success once you get into the playoffs, and that's the way it worked out.
I knew we were going to make sure that we left no stone unturned.
You try to keep it as normal as possible. That's the key.
We felt like it was going to be a tight game going in, but Coach Rogers made the comment to me the previous week that he wanted to challenge Gainesville's solidarity. And it was pretty evident. Once we were able to get our feet on solid ground and get some momentum going, it just built into a snowball that just rolled down the mountain.
If you're going to win a championship in Georgia, you're going to run the ball and you're going to stop the run. I don't care if it's single A to 6A to whatever they come up with next. You got to be able to do those 2 things. 1 half of football for the rest of your life. Everybody got me on that? Yes, sir. 1 play at a time. Somebody got me on that? Yes, sir. You're built for this. You're prepared for this. This is your moment.
We were banged up front. Our guys still came out and performed at a very high level. They took the fight to them. And then we noticed we were chipping away at that run game. And then the second half, we felt, hey, what's the point of throwing it? We're going to own time of possession, and we're going to run it.
And then after that, you got to give a shout out to the fans. I mean, I know everybody says it, but Central's got the best fans in the state.
The atmosphere is electric. The fans are passionate. And you see that transpire into the players. The players are obviously each year in, year out, more athletic, more engaged in the sport that they're playing, and they do understand that they're representing a community. And it's that sense of community that football brings out the best in all of us.
I mean, we're just so blessed to have the 4 years we've had. Now, we ain't done. We've got good talent coming back. We're going to be really good. This place should always be good every year, and then some years be elite. I mean, it's just the nature of what the support is in this community from the fans and the administration. And so, but the way that you get to a good 4 years is you have a good day. Our big theme here is win the day.
I mean, we all come in. It's just like what our motto is: win the day. It's like not what you did yesterday, not what you do the day after that. It's just win the day. Like, see what you can do that day.
We won 2 state championships in the last 2 years, and obviously it'd be great to win 10 more in the next 10 years. But, you know, the reality of it, we just want our kids to go on the field, to play hard, to do their best, to get their education, and learn to be good fathers and be good citizens one day in life.
Nicely done. And again, compliments to end the game, and also, again, Kevin Collins, Houston Clinic, for underpinning the production costs of a really nice piece that's kind of representative of the whole program. Jerry Bradley, fantastic point. Band getting ready to head to Washington, D.C. to participate in the Cherry Blossom Parade on April the 11th.
Which is during spring break.
During spring break.
So these kids are coming up here to go to
Yep.
D.C. during spring break.
Yeah, that's a cool trip, though, and D.C. is beautiful during that time of the year.
Yeah.
Guys, anything else for the good of the group before we get out of here?
I'm good.
Okay. We will do this again. We will do this again next Thursday because of spring break being the following week, and then our last Swarmcast for the year because of Casey Massey going on maternity leave, right? Is that what it is?
I guess what you call
I
it.
figured he could come up here on a Thursday night.
Just bring the baby.
Dang,
He can take care of it.
Let's showcase the baby.
That's it. The last Swarmcast will be April 16th. So looking forward to that. And we will be figuring out about the spring game. We're going to do some sort of live stream. Haven't figured that out. But we will have something available for our fan base to be able to watch. Please go to givebutter.com and contribute to the Ring Fund. Please go. Let's see. I got something. Who's Brian laughing at right here? Yes.
All of the above.
Yeah, I was going to say, take your pick. But go to givebutter.com, and whatever you can do, folks, let's go ahead and get this thing knocked out so we can go ahead and take care of all those players and everybody, the coaches with the Ring Fund. We need to get that knocked out.
Yep.
And get it taken care of. Appreciate it, Joseph. Yes. And hopefully, prayerfully, what we've been going through here the last 6 weeks with the treatments and all, we'll take care of it. Knock it out. Get it out of the way.
And you
Casey,
stop being the butt of the jokes.
and with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even saying bye to Casey. I'll say bye to Jamie and Brian. Y'all have a great week until next